We have new details tonight as the city of Atlanta gets behind a nonprofit organization aimed at policing alternatives to keep people out of jail.
City Council has approved $4.5 million to the PAD program. It'll use the money to fund more staff as that program grows. Our Joe Ripley here now with us. And Joe, PAD has been around for a while, but they've really grown over the past year.
That's right. The Atlanta Policing Alternatives and Diversion Initiative, or PAD, started back in 2017. The organization has helped hundreds of people citywide avoid jail and get long-term care for mental health and substance use. This year, the nonprofit is getting the most funding they've ever received.
Mark Anthony McKay moved to Atlanta from L.A. in 2020. This was his bed, just off the sidewalk on Forsyth Street in downtown.
Becoming engulfed by the evils that lurk within, and I found myself destitute, robbed, beaten, homeless.
Atlanta's Policing Alternatives and Diversion Initiative, or PAD, found McKay, gave him temporary housing, food, and clothes to get by.
They really helped restabilize me and get me back to a place of recognizing myself.
McKay credits PAD for saving his life, and now the 5-year-old nonprofit is getting new funding. Atlanta City Council is allocating $4.5 million in American Rescue Plan funds to PAD.
It is a vote of confidence in a new approach.
PAD's executive director, Moki Macias, says the money will fund more staff who will respond to calls for poverty, mental health, and substance abuse.
It's a benefit to the police department to not have to address calls that they are not equipped to. And it's a benefit to the community as a whole to be able to connect people more immediately with services with less of a chance of escalation.
Macias says just in the last year, calls to reach PAD at 311 have doubled, with an average response time of just under 20 minutes. Currently, around 400 people like Mark Anthony McKay are receiving some type of long-term help citywide.
It's those relationships that are really creating the kind of culture change in the city, to move us away from having a punitive approach to having an approach that really leads with care in order to address the community concerns that we see.
It's more than just pacifying. It's about sustaining and growing individuals up.
Along with the city of Atlanta, PAD also gets funding from Fulton County as well as private donors. The group expects to receive the American Rescue Plan funds at $4.5 million in the next couple of weeks. Coming up at 6, how another PAD participant has come full circle now over the last year and is helping others on the street.